Now we be the voice that got talk true. For the land we done they so for silence too.
Hello, my people. Now welcome once again to Voices of Vigilance, the channel where they gather all the powerful voices of activists and active citizens where they shake table for Nigeria. Now here we they break down waiting they really shell for inside we country every week. The biggest casala way boss online this week now say Wike, yes, you know I'm the Minister of FCT, allegedly allocate over 2,000 plus of Abuja land to him picking whether they call Joachim. Yes. People's Gazette even published the plot numbers. Join. Yes, this one don't provoke serious dragging online. Here Mama P as he take the verse.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Jesus Christ of blood of Jesus, 2,000 hectares. Nigerians, 2,000 hectares, over 40,000 plots of land. So Wike's second son. Kenyans are doing too much. What about if we protest now and it turns to anarchy? You know Nigerians don't know how to take it in 2,000 plots of land. Okay, it's alright. Obedience costs people too much. Obedience don't want a better country. They don't just like the government. 2,000 plots of land. Hey! Who get visa where they fitted they go abroad? I'm ready. I want go. Nah, yeah, not be country. Yeah, not be place. Yeah, not be place. It's not, my pain is not even the wicked. My pain are the people that contacted me the other day and told me, Emma, we want you to do an advert, please. And we want you to help us praise Wike. You know how to talk it. My pain are those people. How many of you have 2,000 plus? Go or kill now for me. How many of you have 2,000 plus of land? How many of you? While he's breaking the lands of the poor, he's designating 4,000. That will not be 2,000 plus. 40,000 plots, 2,000 hectares. I will see you all later. Hey! Branches! We are finished. Go to the comment section and they will still say, why are you shouting? You shout too much. How? Nigerians, repeat after me. We are finished.
Now so plenty people they drag Oga Wike say him feel build houses for judges, but he no fit pay teachers. Here Oga Darlington.
This is the so-called Wike who they claim he has performed more than God.
No, but is it within his purview to pay wages to teachers and the rest? Is that within
FCT?
Yes.
Where he's the minister. Okay.
I'm asking you, barrister. I'm asking you the question.
Hold on. Yes, to tell you that where their priority lies. Is it within Wike's responsibility to build houses for judges and buy cars for them? Is the FCT part of judicial council area? I don't get it. The three arms of government have their duties cut out for them. So why did the Wike single out the judiciary to favor them, but the primary school teachers cannot receive their salary? Can't you see? Can't you see how these people are playing pranks on everybody?
Meanwhile, Larry Olayenka will be senior special assistant on public communication and social media to Yeson Wike don't deny say all that accusation of land grabbing say no be true. As he be so, my people Gazette don't talk say Oga Tinubu don't order for the probe of the matter. Whether Ingo still there for imposition as the probe, nobody know. Because of all this wahala wey concern our electoral process, Randy Peters don't call Oga Tinubu make he resign immediately because of the insecurity where they ravage Nigeria.
And these constant killings where they go on for Nigeria, is it concrete proof to show that Nigeria no get government? Because now waiting you talk be this. These are the statement where you make under Jonathan to criticize them. You say for insecurity, the buck must stop at the president table. And it calls to question the competence of the former president, Goodluck Jonathan. So now, President Tinubu, where you dey in power, the buck no longer stop at your table. And it does not call to question your own competence. Because yesterday, Friday, 20th of this month, according to confirmed report by the spokesperson for police for Borno State, a suicide bomber attack on Duga local government, killing about 10 people, many others injured, taken to the hospital. This is few days after military reports say they repel a Boko terrorist attack in Goza area of Borno State. So right now, as it is, the entire country is a theater of war and blood. If not be Benue na Enugu, if not be Enugu na Borno, it is here, the entire nation. And I asked question the other day, 200 people were killed in Benue. President go, they rather do festival and carnival, parade, colorful parade to welcome them. And I asked, they say make IG go there. So if they kill for another state, IG go that state. Anywhere where they go. What is exactly is going on with insecurity where politicians never talk? Nigerians, unfortunately, during the Jonathan administration, now opposition being come, they hold them. They make noise, they hold them accountable. Today, there is no opposition in Nigeria. The only opposition in this country today is you and me, the more than 200 million victims of this irresponsible government. And if we not wake up, talk about our own lives, we just they wait for when our own turn go happen. Make una no forget, this same issue of Boko Haram, now APC government starts this issue of repentant terrorists. They say Operation Safe Corridor. Today, Borno State governor go talk, say, we received 8,000 repentant terrorists. They empower them, they reintegrate them into society. Now the same Boko Haram night with the talk, so say they kill people so. This is the same Boko Haram night we talk about. Borno State governor, 3 weeks ago, visited President Tinubu. Professor Zulum, the Borno State governor, he tell Mr. President, he said, Mr. President, on the issues of insecurity, listen to military, not sycophants. So the question is, who be the sycophants where the president they listen to? Who are the sycophants that are the ones handling issues of politicizing issues of insecurity? But unfortunately, Professor Zulum, just like Benue State government, is in the APC and at the same party with president. Politicians who are more interested in protecting their political position and political relationships than to protect the lives of the citizens that they were elected to protect. Nigerians, as we dey talk, so we must ask ourselves the question: if Tinubu no resign, he no say they no fix insecurity, they no fix economy, they no fix anything. Waiting, they give them confidence to begin campaign for 2027. This is the first government they come with renewed hopelessness, say they go do for 4 years. Before 1 year into the office, you start campaign for 2027. Waiting be the confidence, if not be criminal INEC and corrupt Nigerian judiciary. That is why anything where they happen for Nigeria today, wherever you dey, you must continue to talk about 2027 election, because now there all their plan dey. As it is, so they no go resign from office, we must have an electoral revolution. The more way they no want make INEC work for us to be able to pick leaders, the more Nigerians must insist, because that is the only way. Remember, say a few days ago, na Enugu, that they protest killings of herdsmen. No be today start. 2019, Catholic Reverend Father, they even protest go government house when they kill some Reverend Father seminarian for Enugu. Till today, how many years later, the thing only gets worse, because the insecurity, the one way that they talk, is small past the one way they never talk. And until you have people who are competent and sincere in purpose, it no go end. We go just the wait for turn by turn Nigeria PLC. So President Tinubu, as una criticize Jonathan reach, time don't reach for una to show working now. To show working, the thing he no day. Because if he didn't day, he didn't day. They play APC. So now the buck does no longer stop at the president's table. President Tinubu, at what point are you now ready to resign, since you have clearly failed to fix the issue of insecurity? Nigerians, it is up to all of us. If we decide to keep quiet, we die. If we talk, we die. We better talk and take action to save our own lives.
Another big story for inside last week be say court for inside Kenya don declare saying abduction where Nigeria commit as they take bringing Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria. Them say that move now illegal. As a result, they don't find the Kenya government 120 million naira where they go pay Nnamdi Kanu as they take joint hand with Nigeria commit that kind of nyama.
Now, we expected this judgment before now. I think we expected it last year, but special thanks to Professor P.L. Lumumba, who led the Nnamdi Kanu's defense team or legal team in Kenya to challenge the kidnap or the adoption of Nnamdi Kanu and his transfer to Nigeria. And today, the Kenya court has said that that is illegal. So, I think it is very important we applaud the Kenyan court, also PLO Lumumba and his legal team. This is a very good thing for Nnamdi Kanu. I know that Kenya's court don't have jurisdiction in Nigeria, but it has a lot of things to do with current Nnamdi Kanu's case. Now, if the process of transferring Nnamdi Kanu, a court of competent jurisdiction in Africa, has already, struck out what Nigerian government through Malami that time said that they did it in a legal way, that they connived with the Kenyan government, with Interpol. They lied. They put up a lot of lies. I'm talking about Malami, former Attorney General of the Federation, who recently joined Obedient Movement now, that P2B has welcomed. They lied. They put up all sorts of lies. So today, the court has shamed them one more time, telling them that what they did was kidnap, that is not what they are supposed to do. And Kenya government, the court said that they owe Nnamdi Kanu protection, because Nnamdi Kanu came into the country in illegal means, so someone cannot just come and kidnap him and take him away like that. Now,
meanwhile, our Akwa Ibom insider, Ofion Akwa, don't uncover why Governor Umo Eno waka enter APC. Yes, that mass defection where they do, in say no before clear eye, my people. In say the cocoa where they hide don't finally burst open. Make una hear them full gist from the horse's mouth.
President Bola Tinubu grants Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Moino political asylum. He's now under political lock and key. Certificate Wahala is the cause. Join APC, your sins will be forgiven. This is the real true story of why Governor Moino defected to APC. This is the untold story. This is about Tinubu's 2027 plot. This is Akpabio's power grab. This is the governor's quiet surrender. Specific story. What you're about to hear is based on long and deep investigative digging, rumored insider accounts, and publicly available legal records. This isn't gossip. This obviously includes my opinion. This is political pattern tracking. I do a good job at that. And the case of Governor Moino's defection to APC deserves deeper scrutiny than what we've done already. We've done some work on it. Not just from Akwa Ibomites, but from every Nigerian concerned about where this country is headed. This involves the president, the senate president, and one state governor. So let me take you behind the curtain. Issue 1, the case that refuses to die. Umoino's case started back in 2022. A former PDP aspirant, Akanokon, filed a suit accusing Pastor Moino of certificate forgery and age falsification. That is the origin of this story. A federal high court in Uyo dismissed the case against Akanokon. The Court of Appeal agreed, and in February 2023, the Supreme Court appeared to end the matter. But based on reports reviewed by legal observers, that verdict was built on a procedural gap. That's what is going to explain this defection. Issue 2. The legal flaw few noticed, according to court watchers and some case followers. Crucial documents tendered at the lower court were never transmitted to the appeal courts. In legal terms, I'm not a lawyer, but from lawyers that I've consulted, this could amount to a breach of fair hearing. I'll be technical here. Under Order 7 Rules 2D of the Supreme Court Rules and Section 22 of the Supreme Court Act, if essential evidence was omitted from appellate review, the entire judgment can be called into question regardless of who won that election. Sources say revisiting this matter has now triggered a quiet reassignment of the case to a new Supreme Court panel. This has happened before. It's not the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, issue 3. Inside the judiciary, a case reopens. From what we gather, and I stress, these are emerging reports from within legal circles. They are just reports. The Supreme Court has agreed to hear the case de novo. De novo means from scratch. with Justice Inya Okoro possibly heading the new panel. This is what we hear. I repeat, this is what we hear. If that is the case, that's a big deal. It's a big deal because if the previously omitted evidence is damaging, it could unravel the entire foundation of Governor Moore's governorship. Issue 4, the political panic button. Now, here's where it gets interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Follow me, please. And this is based on informed rumors. These are rumors, I agree. Political chatter and alleged leaks from government corridors. That is how we hear stories. That is how democracy works. We transmit them, let the governor deny them. Governor Moino, upon learning that the case might be reopened, reportedly panicked. He went into a fizzy. And like many embattled politicians in Nigeria, he looked northward for Abuja, to Abuja for help. They always look for a way out. Issue 5, the Akpabio Tinubu intervention. Multiple sources claim that Senate President Godswill Akpabio, a political powerhouse, a trickster, and no stranger to courtroom drama, stepped right in. This is his wheelhouse. He loves this. It is said that he arranged a discreet meeting between Governor Moino and President Bola Tinubu at Aso Rock Villa to help Moino with this problem. Some insiders say Governor Moino even spoke in Yoruba. He grew up in Lagos. Spoke in Yoruba, pleaded for protection, and offered political loyalty in exchange. He was ready to even give his life because this would finish him. Now, I want to be clear. These are allegations based on investigative leads, not sworn statements, but the pattern fits a well-known playbook in Nigerian politics. And in democracy, you are allowed to speculate.
Another active voice don't talk say Niger people never learn anything at all. In say come 2027, people go still sell their vote. Despite all the wahala wey they face now. Why ain't talk so? Make una hear am for him mouth.
What you're seeing is Kaduna women when President Tinubu visited Kaduna State few days ago. While I was watching this clip, I found something very, very interesting that I thought to share with you. But before that, watch the clip. What one of the women said was that Za Abamu Deri Biar, meaning they are going to give us 500 naira each. But then on paying closer attention, I realized that one of the women actually corrected her that it is 250, not 500 naira. I thought to myself that this was a typical Nigerian situation, so I decided to scroll past this video. But in less than 10 seconds, I saw this headline circulating everywhere. 12 people were unalive by gunmen in that same Kaduna State. Mind you, this is barely 5 days since President Tinubu visited Kaduna State. See here, let us tell ourselves the truth. An average Nigerian does not actually hate insecurity, poverty, or even corruption. They hate the fact that they are not profiting from this, and if you give them the chance to profit from this, they are going to defend it with their full chest. This right here is what we call weaponized poverty, because despite the fact that they know their oppressors and ought to hold them accountable, they are actually willing to let go of that right and collect the small change that they are going to get from these guys. This right here is a clear sign that the people have not learned anything, and come 2027, people are going to sell their vote for as low as 500 naira and 250 naira, because tell me why we are seeing this kind of things. As far as Nigeria is concerned, we are not ready to see a change, and that is just the fact.
But all hope never lost, so my people. Another voice don yarn strategy to stop rigging for 2027. He say Tinubu strong because INEC weak. Now Mr. Refresh Niger, now he drop that bombshell. Make we listen to them.
Without free and fair election, Peter Obi will be rigged out. So the task, the job, the work that you and I have as patriotic Nigerians is, how do we ensure, how do we guarantee that the election of 2027 is free and fair? Many people have their eyes fixed on electoral reforms, and I commend that. But the electoral reform is just plan A, even if we get it. And I'm not saying we cannot get it. Even if they give us electoral reforms by some miracle, I still cannot trust INEC. Maybe you can. I am not as strong as you.
Oh yes, my people, no be only refresh Nigeria, no trust electoral reform. Even active voice Sowore senior getting own views where one shake the table. That matter here.
In my own opinion, the electoral reform that Randy Peter is pushing for may be from good intention, but I tell you, it's just a waste of our time and will not bring any meaningful results. A very quick question: is it these people here we are demanding an electoral reform that will remove both them and their principal from office from? Like, let me break it down. We're asking them to sign their own resignation letter by just doing a 30-day challenge that not even 30 people are actively on, tagging their godfathers to tell the godsons to sign their own resignation letter and remove their hand from the national cake. It's funny because these people are not dumb. They may do things that are not smart now and then, but I tell you, these people are not dumb. Have you seen this video?
Nigerians are saying that because you have done a difficult job well, that it is time for us to reward you by sending you back to the presidency for a second term in office. I move, therefore, as the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Listen to that voice. That's the voice of the Senate President. I so move. Mr. Speaker.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my name is Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and I stand on behalf of the whole entire 109 senators, 360 members, and all the 36 speakers and their members to second this very important motion moved by the Senate President as well second.
Those in support of the motion, seconded rightly by the Right Honorable Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas. Those in support, give me your voice and say aye. And those against say nay. The ayes have it.
In case you cannot recognize the people in the video, here is the head of the Senate President, and the leader of the House of Rep. The people who the power to pass this bill lies solely in their hands are declaring full support for a one-party system. They are declaring boldly on national TV that by 2027, we will only have a one-party system. Okay, just listen to what Mr. President said. He's also expecting a one-party system that will be delivered to him by these people by 2027. They think you are doing good, but you will be working indirectly for APC to distract the people. I know, Mr. Peter Randy, you are not dumb. You are intelligent. Let me refresh our memory. Months ago, when there was the state of emergency, and Nigerian people were totally against this, the River State people were totally against it. All of us in Nigeria were totally against it. And the only hope we had was the House of Rep and the Senate to help us overturn this proclamation that the president gave. Guess what? Both of them, the House of Rep and the Senate, went into a closed-door session and came out with a 100% vote supporting, siding the president over the Nigerian people. These are the people that we are carrying electoral reform to, to sign your resignation letter. Like, is this a joke? Let's go back to 2015. It was not an electoral reform that drove out PDP and brought APC. I tell you for free, it was the planning, the protests,
I don't want to complain in 2027. I want to win. When Peter Obi wins, Nigeria wins. Imagine the only politician in Nigeria, I don't even call him a politician, I call him a leader that has had the benefit of being in office and did not steal government money. Even other governors were mocking him that they chop money, they steal money, they loot, they use white elephant project to siphon public funds into private pockets. So they were bragging about it and mocking Peter Obi for it. If there is no reason at all for you as a Nigerian to support Peter Obi, this reason, is one of the reasons that people like me are pulling our weight behind Peter Obi. No other is it a Tinubu? Is it an Atiku? Which one? Which one? Then you have somebody in the person of Peter Obi who decided to leave money behind. Who decided to invest, to create wealth, instead of just coming up with some scheme like the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Railway to siphon public funds into private pockets while using government money or government name to collect the loan to do the job. If a new Nigeria is what we seek, we need people like Peter Obi. If not for anything, even if Peter Obi will not make things better, for the sake of sending a message to corrupt politicians out there that the people have woken up, if not for any reason, for that reason, we need somebody like Peter Obi. And the only way he gets to be sworn in is for us to prevent rigging. We must prevent rigging. How do we prevent rigging? I've told you it's beyond electoral reforms.
Randy Peters no stop there. He even dropped strong message for INEC chairman Basbos for grandma brother.
INEC chairman Professor Mahmood Yakubu. Professor Mahmood Yakubu, the chairman of INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission of Nigeria. Professor, sir, you should be ashamed of yourself. The INEC chairman and the entire INEC leadership, national commissioners, regs, you should be thoroughly and severely ashamed of yourself and everything you represent. If this is the character and competence you bring to public office, if this is the way you conduct yourself as public office holders who should hold the trust of the Nigerian people, then you should be thoroughly ashamed of yourself. But you know what, in Professor Mahmood and your gang of leaders, Nigeria has been in existence before your tenure, and Nigeria will outlive your tenure. The question where you're supposed to ask yourself is, how much is your conscience? Is it really worth it for us to mortgage the future of more than 200 million people for self-gratification or financial aggrandizement? You must answer that question, INEC leadership. Professor Mahmood Yakubu, I am sending you this memo on behalf of all Nigerians, because you see 2027, Nigerians will fight for their own lives and destinies. For 2023, INEC, Professor Mahmood, Professor of Glitch, you collected hundreds of billions from Nigerian government to conduct one election. And you claim, you said that the game changer for that election will be electronic transmission of results, use of beavers and all of them. You go around this country, even with your voter education personnel, Barrister Festus Okoye, telling and lying to Nigerians that there is no going back on the use of electronic technology. But on the day of election, you said there was a glitch. There was a glitch, but you went ahead to announce election results in the middle of the night when human beings were sleeping. As if that is not enough, today, INEC, they decide which court order to obey and they want not to obey. To register new political party is almost a problem. It's completely a struggle. INEC, are you an independent electoral umpire, or you are the electoral arm of every ruling party? Professor Yakubu, what caused the glitch? What exactly is going on with INEC? Because we know say a lot they go on for that commission now. And because Nigerians fail to hold leaders accountable, you still they waka, they go Ghana, go South Africa. They claim to be an unbiased electoral umpire when you conducted what was called a criminal event in Nigeria in 2023. According to one AU observation group, they say waiting they come to do for Nigeria was not election monitoring. It was a crime watch. Professor Mahmood, you superintended a crime watch and announced results from that criminality that occurred in 2023. Nigerians are ready for INEC 2027. Anything where we say INEC when they prepare, Nigerians we say we they cook for una. Because you see this criminality, it will not be sustained. All of una were there for INEC staff when they work for that commission. A lot of una know say a lot they go on there. You are people of character and integrity. You must speak up for yourselves and for the sake of this country. A lot they go on for the IT department and all of that. Everything where they go on with Sabio, INEC. If true you knew that you are sincere about electronic transmission of results, since after 2023 where the glitch occur, what have you done about the glitch? What caused the glitch? What are you doing with the National Assembly to fix results, to fix the laws to ensure there is mandatory transmission of results electronically and to protect your INEC server? What are the petitions you are submitting before the National Assembly? Oshilenche INEC, Ori Buruku Lenshe. But you see this 2027, this will not be about APC, PDP, Labour. It is more than 200 million victims of inhumanity and wickedness against a group of oppressors who are not willing to let us go. But we go know whether the power of the people and the people in power who should be greater. INEC, whatever it is, when they cook Nigerians, the most popular person we're supposed to do this country since after 2023 is supposed to be INEC chairman. We are supposed to have billboards all across this country asking Professor Mahmoud waiting caused the glitch, what caused the glitch, and how we will not have further glitches. INEC, I am sending this memo because if we not hold you, Professor Mahmoud, accountable, you go soon come out, but they go bring person where go even worse past you, but he go get the memo. By the time we hold you accountable and make you to account for what was given to you and how you conducted that election, the person will go come after you go get the memo. But if we say nothing, then we are going to excuse this level of criminality. I refuse to be a part of this sham called an electoral process. 2027, Nariga and die. 2027, it is Nigerians against evil and a corrupt and criminal system. Nigeria will prevail. INEC, what caused the glitch? Professor Mahmoud, what caused the glitch? What is going on in INEC? Are you for elections or you are the weapon fashioned against Nigeria? We will find out. My name is Pete.
Still last week, a VDM lead protest with school children for inside Abuja as their teachers they on strike for more than 9 weeks because government no fit pay them salary. As if that one no do a Ofion Akwa's consistent shouting, don't they like say don't they yield results small. Nadeko for inside US don't join voice to call for diplomatic ban on Akpabio, Umoino and Oga Tinubu.
Nadeko to President Trump, ban Godswill Akpabio. Do not give US visa to Godswill Akpabio. That's what Nadeko demanded today in a press release in Washington, D.C. What do you call a country where crooks rule, the people suffer, and those in charge gallivant around the world on diplomatic passports? Only Nigeria. As Nigerians will say, now only Nigeria. And the worst part, they are not even hiding this. They trot around. Look at what they've done to the South. Look at the impunity that they've carried out with the South, toppling governors. Nadeko USA has fired a warning shot. They've written directly to former US President Donald Trump and US Secretary Marco Rubio, demanding a visa ban, a diplomatic visa ban on Nigerian Senate President Godswill Akpabio, House Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, and Tinubu's Rivers appointee, the person he appointed governor in Rivers State, Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas. What's the charge? Against them, democracy sabotage, political terrorism, obedience to tyranny. For Tinubu keeping quiet when they're killing everybody in Benue. Let's be real. Akpabio didn't just play along, Senator Akpabio. He was the enforcer. In mafia terms, he was the capo regime. He helped Tinubu declare an illegal emergency in Rivers State. That emergency is illegal. He backed the unconstitutional removal of a sitting governor. And back home in Akwa Ibom State, the states that he purports to represent in the Senate, he strong-armed Governor Moino, Emperor Moino, the weak Emperor Moino, with veiled threats that he will use the corrupt electoral and court system against him so that Moino cannot get re-election. And now, Umoino, the same man who privately cried about pressure, was grinning. He was here in the US a week ago, grinning, just 1 week ago. And he's coming back to the US in August for Pakistan Convention, where Akwa Ibom people meet in the diaspora. What for? Is he coming for tourism? Is he coming to celebrate? Who is he deceiving? Or is he coming to tout some nonsense that is doing in Akwa Ibom? These men don't line up at the embassy like you, ladies and gentlemen. They use diplomatic passports, which is the golden ticket of Nigerian impunity.
Finally, one fresh active voice don't rise, come drag Niger that the GO say them voice don't die down, especially now where Niger people need them pass. As he talk now soon I go hear that.
How many of you remember in 2012 when Jonathan removed subsidy? Anyway, as I make a refresh on our memory because all the things that happened during Jonathan has doubled in this administration, but nothing is happening. Anyway, let me explain. Will I say, let us watch this video.
Jonathan, you will not sleep well. Those who are supporting you will not sleep well. In the morning, you will be my grave. In the evening, you will be buried. If you don't leave quickly, what happened to Abuja will happen to you. If you don't leave quickly, what happened to Yaradua will happen to you. The people of Nigeria say, enough.
Guess what? That is the voice of Pastor Tunde Bakare. He's still alive, breathing. In fact, recently he visited the Jagaban himself, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the current president of Nigeria, the leader of that protest then, who eventually removed that subsidy, who is eventually under his watch, 200 people were unalived in Benue State, who under his watch, people are dying in Enugu State, who under his watch, Nigerians are falling into poverty every day. But guess what? Where's Pastor Tunde Bakare? Pastor Tunde Bakare has lost his voice because he shouted so much in 2012 and 2013. He lost his voice because of so much shouting. So that's why they couldn't say anything. Now, will I remind you, our Daddy Gio, bless you, sir. They carry banner that time. All souls matter. I guess those wasted souls in Benue State do not matter. They don't matter anymore because maybe God doesn't care about them. That's why they wasted them. That's why the henchmen wasted them. That's why the bad guys wasted them. Maybe their soul doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter. They are Nigerians. I don't know what to say. I just make a refresh in my memory.
Oh yes, my people, if they like say, we go cut am here for today. Make una no forget to like, subscribe and drop comment for inside this matter where we don't discuss so for this episode. Una voice and una comment, na go take this story waka far. Tomorrow na still another day. Stay vigilant and stay active. Bye.